Shall we continue? I am GrooveSim. That is Canderous Ordo of the Mandalore. And this is HK-47, Hunter Killer 47. Wonderful droid. I'm gonna check. So I don't think I can do this. I think I need more repair skill. I like to try.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Okay,
Statement.
Let's get started.
As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open
I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to
you've
work.
Sorted out something, Master, but it has nothing to do with my memory. Ow! I am poking my own eye sockets. Ow! Stop! Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere. As you
Very
desire,
well.
Master.
You got to be at least like a 6 or a 7, I think, to get and that's just to get the first repair done. There are a series of repairs that you can make, but like I said, it really isn't required. It's optional, and there's something that happens later on that sort of renders all this academic, oh yeah.
Got something on your mind, dude?
What do you know about the Sith?
Bad men. Women too, to be fair.
You must know more than that.
Oh, indeed. They make a fine sandwich also. But don't tell the Jedi Council I said that.
Do you know anything important about the Sith or not?
And just what gave you the impression that I know anything more about the Sith than you do?
You did. You said you fought them.
Oh, that's right. Damn the years of the young. I was expecting you to be your usual inattentive self when I mentioned that. So it's true, yes. I fought plenty of Sith. That was during the time of Exar Kun. Oh, 40 years ago now. Has it been that long?
Who is this? Who is this Exar Kun?
Exar was a Jedi who was corrupted by ghosts of the old Sith, or so they say. He attempted to conquer the Republic and create a new golden age of the Sith.
And he was
Better
killed?
to say he was defeated, but essentially, yes. The victory did not come easily, however.
So tell me, what happened during the war with Exar Kun?
That is not a pleasant time to remember. After Exar Kun fell to the dark side, he attempted to recruit other Jedi to his cause. What surprised us, what took us completely unprepared, was how utterly successful he was. Many Jedi joined him and became Sith themselves. Why they did, I will never truly know, but they did. Battle broke out throughout the Order, pupil against master. We fought ourselves.
Must have been difficult.
Yes, more than difficult. Next to impossible. How do you fight against someone you love? I dislike such memories. It leaves a taste in the mouth that... it is a sadness I thought I'd put aside long ago. Ask me about the war some other time, just not now. I would prefer to be by myself for now.
Yes. What is it?
Something
I
wrong?
was remembering Taris.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
Those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
Was it that bad? How could such a government last?
But only because of the Jedi who came. It was very bad. With no money to spare for any amenities. Even the Enclave on Dantooine seems a paradise in comparison. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Your parents?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Indeed. Okay. I'm gonna head to Dantooine right now. First, let me talk
can I
to
help?
Bastilla. When we last talked, you said you needed time to think, so...
You've been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve
I
an
have.
answer. But you have to understand how difficult this is for me to say.
Should we get some privacy?
With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this.
What are you trying to say exactly?
Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. I don't know if it's due to the bond between us, but I'm drawn to you.
Are you interested in me or in my ability?
The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. But Malak must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission if it's not resolved. I can't let that happen.
Just give in to your feelings, Bastila. I know you want to. If you have something to say, just say it.
I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big
You're
empty
stronger
room
than I
back
am,
here.
And there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time you make me feel stronger, more alive.
So what does this mean for us? And I feel more alive when I'm with
I
you.
realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share.
Oh,
The Jedi
wait a
Council
minute.
surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing
see.
and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I
Wait a
felt that it was
minute.
important you know our
No.
infatuation was nothing more than a result of our
No,
powerful bond.
No. You're rationalizing, Bastila. You're just scared to face
You're
the
the one who
truth.
can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you?
I'm going to stop Malik, Bastila, but I want to do it with you at my side.
You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us.
You know I'm right, Bastila. You don't always have to be strong, Bastila. Give in just this once.
I mean, I can't. Malak will...
Shut up and kiss me.
Oh, my.
The
Jedi are not allowed to fall in love.
It didn't feel wrong to me.
It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, we shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malak. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
Huh. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Okay, so head to Dantooine. Save first, just in case it crashes. Just never know. It's just the reality of video gaming. It's something we gotta prepare for. In just about any and every video game ever made. Oh, here come the Sith. Time for some... No? Oh. That's surprising. I thought for sure we were getting attacked. It sounded like the audio cue I've grown accustomed to. So I'm just going to take Canderous and HK-47 because this is not a side quest or a task that I want the others to witness. See, I'm trying to remember where exactly. So again, this is an optional side quests. Don't have to do this. You do get dark side points for it. If you're going light side, be warned. But in the grand scheme of things, it's negligible. The dark side hit you take. John's still hanging out. Look at that. But I do it just to get the special weapons and things like that. Not that I use them, just because I can, you know. And I get the experience too. The XP helps. So I am walking the light side. I can afford to take a hit. Man, I think I want to go. Trying to remember which estate this dude is at. It's Holly or Sandral. This one? Be on the other side. This is it. Okay, this is it. Definitely it. Alright. So, I have to sabotage the speeder. This is the speeder of Zulan's centaur, grand slaver. Zulan himself is nowhere in sight. Set fragmentation mine on the speeder. He's in for a big surprise. Sweet. Center creds, power shield. That's that. Let's go ahead and fast travel. Now off to Tatooine. Take one last look. Again, without spoiling it for anybody who hasn't played this before or seen it played, watched it played. Tatooine. Next time we see Tatooine will be in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Yep.
How can I help?
Well, I want to talk to you about what happened between us.
We've already been over this. It was a moment of weakness, a stumble brought on by unbridled passions. But my emotions are firmly
unbridled
We
passions.
need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak. And I want the others to stay focused as well. I don't want them to get suspicious and start gossiping about our little encounter. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion. We shouldn't speak of this anymore. Not until Malik is defeated.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Right on. That's a win. We have a couple of things to take care of here. Another general, how do we pronounce it? Genaradan contract. Plus, Canderous is going to meet Jagi on the desert. Here we go.
Incoming fire!
Great shooting. There we go. Into the Vagina Galaxy. I don't know why I said that. I say that. I think that every time for some strange reason. Not sure why. The Sand Seas. Tatooine. Going to take Canderous and HK-47 once again. Okay. Before I do, I need to progress some conversation
you
here.
would like to speak to me about?
If we can. Are you doing all
I
right?
have been doing well, I suppose. As well as I can. But I am more interested in you right now. Do not mistake me. It is just that, even though we have traveled together for a while, it seems I know next to nothing about you personally.
Oh. Well, what do you want to
We
know?
have been traveling together since Tatooine, but I know nothing of you before that. Would you humor me and tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, it is, of course, the greatest story ever told.
Your humility is astounding, as always. So what can you tell me? Your job? Your childhood? Your life? I am sorry if I am making you uncomfortable.
No, no,
I
no.
will fully understand if you choose not to answer.
That's fine. It's fine. It is all
I
right.
appreciate your taking the time to talk to me. How did you come to be on Dantooine? Besides the obvious, of course.
Well, I rescued Bastila on Terrace. I was in the Republic fleet that was destroyed
Terrace.
over Terrace.
It always seems to come back to Terrace for me. I am sorry. I get distracted. What did you do before that?
I probably shouldn't have
Before that.
reminded her. I was a specialist with the Republic
A
fleet.
life in the army. Not my career of choice, though. We KotOR cannot seem to adjust to regimented organizations like the military. But I have heard that it appeals to males of your species. Fighting, defending. That is what we as Jedi seem to be called upon to do. Perhaps we are not as unalike as I had previously thought. But again, I seem to be wasting your time with my carrying on. I apologize.
Hey, it's quite all right.
I
See what else?
have been watching you for some time. I wonder if you have noticed. I have been
Yes,
thinking of
yes.
how far I have fallen, and how you exemplify the code of the Jedi. I find myself ashamed.
Why is that?
That I had so easily fallen to the dark side, that I could convince myself that by injuring my master, I became a great force of evil in the galaxy. For my pride, my hubris, for the inner rage that all of my species feels. Sometimes I wish that I had not been born this way.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
I am sorry. I start to talk, thinking about how you stay strong to the path of virtue and justice, and I find myself whining again about my own inadequacies. The Council would be proud to see that you had learned your lessons so well. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I need to progress
What is
her
it you would like to speak to me
story
about?
a little bit.
Of course.
Okay, that's it. All right. Can we
Got something on your mind?
talk to him? He wants to talk about the war now.
Not particularly.
I'll ask you another time. You said you tell me later, so spit it out. But you said you'd tell me later, so spit it out already.
Such a charming and persuasive manner you have there. Forget it.
Okay, here, I'm asking nicely. What? I'll tell you, it takes some real cojones to try to persuade Joey.
Not interested in your demands. I'll tell my story when I'm damn good and ready, which isn't now, so shoot. Got something on
Okay,
your
how about
mind,
now?
do you? Not
You want to talk
particularly.
right now? No. I'll ask you some other time then. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Oops. That was a miss. Click. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Got to arm Canderous here. Needs to be ready. Jagi's waiting. Actually, there's some better for him, I believe. What does that do for him? Nah. Yeah. So, as soon as we leave the city, we'll come across the contract, then head out further into the Dune Sea and confront Jagi. Jagi has called out Canderous Ordo, Canderous of the Mandalore clan Ordo, and he's called him out because he feels betrayed by Canderous. Because Canderous sacrificed some of his buddies so that they could win a battle. So he holds a grudge.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office. Good hunting out there.
Wait a minute. I thought it was like right outside the gate. Check this out again. Or do I have to? Do I have to close the book on the previous contract before I can do this? What? I didn't think it mattered. Shit. Apparently that's what has to happen. So that means I have to come back to Tatooine. That makes it really inconvenient, really. I say really twice. Now 3 times. Fix myself up here. Power shield. You know, another thing I keep forgetting to do is I need to attach that Crate Dragon Pearl to my lightsaber. So as soon as I get back to the Ebon Hawk, that's what I'm going to do. Keep spacing it. So we just gotta wander out here.
I've been given a challenge.
No. That was a mishit. I'm just trying to do this right here.
Huh?
Oh fuck.
Ready.
What?
Yeah. The thing is, this Wraith. Here they come.
Ah, so you managed to come after all. I see you brought friends.
You brought some of your own as well.
Ha! Indeed I did. I foresaw that you might need help, so I arranged a distraction.
A distraction? Canderous works for me. You talk too much, you do little. I came by my
I do not
own
need to
will.
hear your excuses, Jedi. I know why he brought you.
Enough of this talk, Jagi. Let's do what we came here to do.
I think you both need to calm
We
down.
both know the stakes here, and we both know what we must do. It is only in death that this can end.
This is a matter of honor. I cannot stand by this insult. I must do this.
Why do you need to fight him? Why do you need to fight
In the
Canderous,
battle above
Jagi?
the world of Althea, he ordered us to attack the enemy flank, promising us support. But when he saw better prospects for his own glory, he abandoned us and left us to die surrounded by enemies.
If I had not attacked when I did, the battle would not have been won so easily.
It would still have been won. You sent your own men to die there, Canderous. I cannot forgive you for what you did to us. You will pay.
That's not the way it happened.
Why did you abandon them?
The Altheri were fighting hard. I saw a break in their defenses that left their center exposed. I had to take the chance. If I had not done what I did, many more warriors would have died and the battle would have taken much longer. I stand by my decision.
You coward. You glory hunter. You were given direct orders and were part of a plan. You had a responsibility to us.
I can regret their loss, but it was necessary.
Jagi, what he did was a smart tactical move. People die in war, Jagi. Shit. I don't like any of these answers.
I have had enough of your prattle,
Responses.
Jedi. This is between Canderous and I, and we shall settle this now, once and
Yeah.
for all.
Okay. Work. Okay, I thought it automatically jumped into a cutscene here. Guess not. Remembering it wrong. So let's just prompt it.
I think this has affected me in ways I didn't anticipate. I think I'll need time to sort things out. Thanks for what you did. Whatever your intentions might have been. I just need time.
I got you, man. No worries. Wait a minute. I thought for a second. Seriously, the contract we have to take care of here, they're right outside the gate. A couple of, I think they'll have a couple of speeders, like 3 enemies we have to take out. But apparently I have to close the book on this previous contract first and then have to come back out. That's, again, really inconvenient. I don't know why I'm walking all the way back. All we got to do is transit. Just do that right now. Okay. All right. Okay, before I forget, again, I'm going to go ahead and spit it out, Tom. Go ahead and, Tom, spit. Go ahead and, Tom. Go go ahead and attach the dragon, the Great Dragon Pearl to my lightsaber. Now, here's the thing. One of the cool things about the second one is you could pick off colors as well for your lightsaber crystal. Like there's this one that was like a viridian, and there another one was like a burnt orange, and it's just really cool colors, you know. Here you're kind of stuck with what you have, you know. I shouldn't say stuck. I mean, you're limited to, you know, just a select few, the default colors. In the second one, in Sith Lords, you know, it's just so cool that not only do you get like your own personal lightsaber crystal, you know, you can pick all these different colors. It's just really nice. Okay, let's see. Probably, yeah. Now, at some point, I'm going to want to remove the crystals from Bastila's sword because, or her lightsaber because, well, I won't say exactly why, but just yet. At some point, I want to keep those crystals for myself. I see some here too. Yeah, let's just go with that.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Want to talk
Not
about the war?
particularly.
Okay. No time like the
Not
present.
interested in you.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is
Can
it
we
you
talk?
would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything...